I cut the check, I cut the check, I cut the check. Tell my niggas we up next, so we up next. She shot a text, she shot a text, she shot a text. Kill the I might put the different day, put a nigga on that same shit. I've been ballin' with my niggas, Kevin Cambridge. Oh, you drippy, but you better tuck your chain quick.
What's up, guys? We got our first big trade of the NBA offseason. The Oklahoma City Thunder are sending Chris Paul to the Suns, like we have said. I'm excited, man. I'm really excited that the offseason is finally starting. Here's the trade information. Chris Paul and Abdul Nader to the Suns for Kelly Oubreee, Ricky Rubio, Ty Jerome, Jalen LeCue, and 2022 first round pick. So that is a great trade for both sides, in my opinion. The Thunder, they have so many first round picks. They have at least 17. I've seen they have at least 17 in the next 3 years. 17 first round picks. Trades. They're going to keep making trades. They're going to be a team that a lot of these rebuilding teams should be looking at. Them and the Heat, because they built their team through the draft, and then they got one perennial all-star through free agency. That's what the Heat did, and I see this team doing that by building this team through the draft. You've seen what they did with Lou Dort. He's the person that went undrafted. Now look at him. He signed a $1 million deal or like a $2 million deal at the end of the season, and then balled out during the playoffs. And I know he regrets that, because they would have given him so much money if they would have seen what he did in the playoff. Darius Bazley is also going to be a player that's going to step it up next season with a bigger role, because Chris Paul is gone, Dennis Schroeder gone, so that's a lot of scoring that's gone, and Darius Bazley going to step right into that. But now that I just said that, I regret that, because I forgot they got Kelly Oubreee now. Kelly Oubreee and Shea is going to be a very fun duo to watch. Explosive duo, defensive duo, both can score. It's going to be a very fun duo to watch. You can see that I would see that Ricky Rubio is going to have the same mentorship on Shea that Chris Paul had. It's not going to be the same as far as like friendship, bondingship, but like far as playing basketball and teaching him certain stuff about basketball, Ricky Rubio is no slouch. Ricky Rubio is still a great floor general, a great point guard. He's just not no Chris Paul, but he can teach Shea a lot. The reason why I love this deal so much is they got Ty Jerome and Jalen LeCue. Now, those two players are players, one came from high school and one came from Virginia. They really never got a chance when they were on the Phoenix Suns. I see them getting a big chance on this team if they don't trade them or waive them like the next hour or so, because they really, other than Ricky Rubio and Shea, they have nobody in front of them. I see Lou Dort might start, I don't know, at the 3 like he did last season, and they moved Kelly Oubreee to the 4. I don't know how they're going to do that, but those are the only 3 people they got in front of them. So if they plug these 2 in as the backup point guard and the backup shooting guard, they can show something. They can show why they deserve to be there. So hopefully they don't release them, because I feel like this is the first time they actually get a chance to do something, because they really didn't get no playing time last season. They were both in the G League. Jalen LeCue was in the G League the whole year. Ty Jerome traveled with the Suns sometimes, so he probably got those garbage minutes, but he never really got that chance to be the backup point guard that they drafted him to be at the 23rd pick, I want to say, of last year's draft. So he was the first round pick, and they never really gave him a chance. He was hurt for some part of the year, but after that they just never gave him a chance. So I'm happy that they got to another team where they're going to be given a chance. Now Ricky Rubio, I don't know the rules, but I don't know if he's going to be staying here the whole season. But we said the same thing about Chris Paul, but Ricky Rubio is not going to have that same impact that Chris Paul has to bring this team to the playoffs. But Ricky Rubio, I don't know if he's going to stay there the whole season, because let's say the Clippers don't get that point guard they want. Clippers might ask for a trade for Ricky Rubio, and that would be a trade that would be pretty good for them. But I don't think Ricky Rubio can get traded right now. I think it's like a 90-day moratorium or something like that. But I think with the season being shortened, they probably shortened that moratorium, so it's probably going to be like 50, 60 days. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure it's called the Steven rule, I think. Like, if you get traded, you cannot get traded. If you get traded one day, you can't get traded like the next day after that. You can't do that. It's called the Steven rule. I learned that from playing my league on 2K. That's why I played it. But yeah, I don't know if he can get traded, but I don't see him lasting this whole year with this team. He's a person that yes, he's not worth the money he's getting paid, which is $18 million. But for any contender, he can be a great piece. So I can see him getting moved instantly. Kelly Oubreee, I see him staying here until his contract's up, and if he wants to come back, he'll come back, because this is a young team where there's nobody in front of him. Nobody can tell him what to do. He's Kelly Oubreee. He can go out there and ball, dunk on people, shoot the ball as much as you want, do push-ups on the ground as much as you want. Just play his basketball along with Shea. Like, him and Shea can be a great duo together. So I think he's going to really love it here. I know he really loved Phoenix. That was a team where he blossomed at. But I guess they just wanted to get better, and they seen the bubble. They didn't really need him. They put Mikal Bridges at the 3, Cam Johnson at the 4, and they went 8-0. They don't really need Kelly Oubreee, I guess. So that's why they pulled the trigger on that Chris Paul trade. And I don't know. I'm just happy for both sides with the Suns. I mean, the Suns. Like I said, that puts them in the playoffs automatically. To me, they would have to fight with the Grizzlies, the Pelicans, Kings, but I see this team over those teams any day, because they got two of the best players over any of those teams. Chris Paul was just an all-star. Devin Booker was just an all-star. And this is finally where we're going to see Devin Booker has those playoff moments that everybody brings down on him because he's never been in the playoffs. But, like, he's not a player that I would look at and would say, I don't see him doing that in the playoffs, because Devin Booker's game is so smooth, and it's such a half-court type of game where that's what the playoffs is, a half-court type of game where you can get your own bucket, you can create for other people, and you show up when it matters. And I see him doing that. So he will show why he's one of the best shooting guards in the league, and why that Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell's comparison should not even be made, because it's levels. It's levels. I hate to always bring up Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell together, but they're like so close in like age and I guess in like position rankings, but like to me they're just not the same player. Devin Booker's better. But I don't know. I love it. I love it for DeAndre Ayton too. That he finally gets a point guard that can throw the ball up to him, be in a pick and roll with him. He had Ricky Rubio, like I said last year. That was pretty good for him. But like Chris Paul is gonna bring it out of him and tell him what he needs to do. Cause my big thing with DeAndre Ayton is he's so goddamn big. Averages like 18 and 19 points. But he don't go to the free throw line at all. So if you go to the free throw line, you're automatically averaging like 23 points. And I feel like with leadership, Chris Paul is going to tell him to do that, because Ricky Rubio, even though he's a great point guard, he's not that point guard that's going to yell at you, do this, be here. He's not that type of floor general. He's more as, all right, pass to you, and give you the right passes. But like Chris Paul is going to yell at you. He's going to bring the best out of you, and that's what that young team needs. Not just DeAndre Ayton, the whole team, because they never really had a culture or a person that's gonna like tell them what to do and like really get in their head, like really make them better, make them do what they do better, so they won't like get yelled at and nothing like that. I don't want to make it sound like he's like some type of like tyrant or nothing, but like he's that type of player who's gonna get in, stall your hair. You gotta be here. This is how you win, because he's a winning player. He's gonna tell you how to win, because everywhere Chris Paul went, he wins. So he's gonna turn this franchise around. Even though he's not the best player on the team, he's that type of player that's going to turn this franchise around. And it's going to be great for this young players. They got Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, Elliot Kobo. Like, it's going to be great for all of them, because they finally have a real leader. Devin Booker has been through like 6-7 coaches in his whole career. They finally have a coach that they set on. They finally have a leader next to that coach. This team is going to make the playoffs with the two pieces that they got. What else that happened? Oh, I think I pretty much went through it all. But like I said, that team's gonna make the playoffs. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for more news in this whole little off season. We heard that this morning that James Harden wants out of the Rockets. I mean, yes, you should want out the Rockets, but I forgot to say he wants to go to the Nets. Like that's just not a good fit. You're having 3 ball hogs on one team, 3 people that want to take the last shot on one team. No defense on that backcourt. It just don't go together. It don't. Not all y'all gonna average y'all over 25 like I usually average. That's stupid. Drew Holiday is the perfect person for that team. I don't know why they want James Harden so bad. You can't put names on top of names on top of names and make it automatically think you're going to the championship. It's not gonna work. If they do that, I'm still picking the Lakers to win the championship. That's what I'm saying. I had the Nets before all this James Harden stuff come in. But if they get James Harden, I'm picking the Lakers to go back to back. It's just how it is. I don't see those three. We got news? Oh. I don't see those three working on the Nets at all. It don't make sense. If they add Jrue Holiday, I pick the Nets. But if they add James Harden, I pick the Lakers. It just don't make sense. But really excited for this Chris Paul and the Suns trade. Hopefully last year wasn't no fluke. Chris Paul just had one great year. He knew he had a great year so he can get out there and get out of the Thunder and try to go win his ring. I hope that wasn't no fluke, but I don't think it's no fluke. I just think Chris Paul found a way to stay healthy the whole year. So why he deserved that money, but not that much money, because he's making almost $44 million. But he deserved at least a max contract, like 30 something. I don't know why they gave him 40 something. It was a front-loaded contract, so like the first 2 years was like 38 and 36, but then this year and then next year is gonna be 40, then 44. I'm like, god damn, the dude gonna be 38 making 44 million. Jeez. But I don't know. I think this is the win for both teams. Like I said, Thunder have all these damn picks and they're gonna make more trades. Steven Adams might even be out of there. They can make a trade for that because they can flip him to the Celtics. The Celtics want a big man so bad. Get Steven Adams. Give the Thunder those 3 picks y'all got, or at least 2 of them things. Now the Thunder got 4 picks in the first round of this year. Like, I don't know. This might not be the last time we hear the Thunder. The Thunder might make a couple more trades, and they doing a rebuild so perfectly. Hopefully Shea steps up next year because he got nobody in front of him now. So I hope he might make that All-Star team, or it might be a fluke. Like last year might be a fluke, but I don't think Shea's that type of player. Shea's a hard-working player that gets it how it is, and a great basketball player. Kelly Oubreee, you're gonna have a great season this year because nobody's really in front of you. You get to do what you want. Ricky Rubio's I don't know what Ricky Rubio's gonna do, but I don't know. I hope he gets traded though. I like him on like the Bucks. I like him better than Eric Bledsoe. I like him on the Bucks. I like him on the Clippers. Like teams that need that point guard, that floor general that can also make a shot if you want it. But they got Lou Dort, like I said, Jalen McHugh, Ty Jerome. Expect Darius Bazley to make a big jump because he's gonna be starting at the 4. Now that I think about it, he's going to be starting at the 4. Darius Bazley is a 4, but he has a body of a 3, but he can play both positions. So he's going to be starting at the 4 because Danilo Gallinari, he's out. He doesn't want to be there no more. He's a free agent. I don't want to say he's going to get his money because he even said that he's at the point of his career where he got enough money. So he wants to go win a championship. So he's going to ring chase. So if he gets paid $1 million, he don't really care because he already got a couple $20 million contracts that he had back in the day. He just got off an $18 million contract. So he's looking for a championship now. And that's what players should really be looking for when you're at his age of 32, 33. So when you're getting out of your prime, you need to go get that championship to solidify your career. So he's not coming back. Like I said, they might get rid of Steven Adams. So Thunder team gonna be real different next season. Like I said, the Suns, to me, automatic playoff team. Chris Paul just pushed them. He pushed them over a lot of these young teams that's also coming up in the West. And like I said, the Suns they weren't even that far off without Chris Paul. And they had Ricky Rubio. Not just like shit on Ricky Rubio, but like Chris Paul is a winning player, a way better player at this point. And that's just gonna put them over the champion, put them over these other young teams like the Pelicans, Sacramento, Grizzlies. It's gonna put them over these young teams because they're gonna have a culture now. They're gonna be winning games more, and they also got another great player and Devin Booker to also help them win games, push them over the edge. And I don't know, it's gonna be fun to watch. Very fun to watch. That's my new 2K team, automatically my new 2K team. So when I get the next gen, when I get this PlayStation, that's all I'm using, the Suns. But that's it. If we get any more trade news, I'll be right back with another video. Peace out.